duties of the office of governor
to the best of my abilities.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Today on Live at 4, a change for Wisconsin. For the first time in 8 years, a Democrat holds the state's highest office. Tony Evers becomes Wisconsin's 46th governor. The swearing in held in the Capitol Rotunda.
Our Charles Benson has been in Madison all day and joins us now with a recap of everything that has happened. Charles.
Well, you said it. Tony Evers is now Wisconsin's 46th governor and only the second Democrat to hold the job since 1986. Evers telling his supporters that his campaign message will also be his compass for the next 4 years.
We've talked about making sure that health care is affordable and accessible and protects people who have pre-existing conditions. We've talked about gravel roads and potholes and bridges and why we cannot wait any longer for a sustainable solution to our transportation crisis.
Now, Governor Evers knows he's going to have to work with Republicans to get anything accomplished. Voters have chosen divided government, but Evers was striking a bipartisan tone here today.
We've gotten away from who we are and the values that make Wisconsin great, not Republican or Democratic values, but our Wisconsin values. Values like how about this? Kindness and respect, empathy and compassion, and integrity and civility.
And Governor Evers' final words in his speech was, let's polka tonight, let's get back to work tomorrow. Well, these two guys aren't ready to do any polka just yet, but I have Democratic strategist Joe Cepicky, president of Cepicky Communications, and Stephen Thompson, Republican strategist and president of Battleground Strategies. Let me start with you, Joe. First of all, congratulations as well. Your wife is also now part of the Evers team. What did you hear from Governor Evers today in terms of his efforts to move the state in a different direction?
Well, it's a new day, and there's a change in priorities. We heard that not just from Governor Evers, but also from new Attorney General Call, that the priorities will change. I heard the governor talking about working with the legislature, trying to put these partisan fights and divisions aside and try to work together, Democrat and Republican, to move the state forward. That, to me, is the right tone to set on day one.
So let me ask you, Stephen, voters have obviously decided on divided government. How do Republicans go forward knowing what Governor Evers' message is here today?
Well, I think Republicans need to take a look at this last election cycle and understand that issues like pre-existing conditions are going to be a big deal. I think that there's going to be bipartisan support for that. And I also think that they need to hold the line for conservative principles and defend their record from the last 8 years. Clearly, voters wanted a divided government, and we've come a long way in the last 8 years, and they can help keep Tony Evers from going too far to the left.
So, Joe, do you think that will be the case? I mean, is it really realistic to see on the big issues, healthcare, transportation, that there can be this bipartisan, Evers sounding bipartisan, but as you mentioned, Josh Kaul not really in that lane completely today?
Well, I hope so. And one of the big things at play here is what are Republicans in the legislature going to do? During the lame duck session of the legislature, they really weren't having it when it came to bipartisanship. Hopefully they're willing to put that behind them and work with the governor. Governor Evers is going to come to the table willing to work with Republicans. They have to be prepared to meet him at that table and have a conversation about the future of Wisconsin.
And where does he start with that? Does he go with health care? Does he go with transportation? Does he try to find that consensus early?
I think it will be on the three main themes we heard today: health care, transportation, and education. There's a lot of room for the two parties to work together, even though those 30-second TV commercials during the campaign may have suggested otherwise.
Stephen, when you hear Governor Evers talk about civility, what do you hear and what do you think Republicans hear? And then also, where do they start in terms of a compromise to get through some big issues?
Well, I think today is just a day for, I think, all Wisconsinites to kind of appreciate what we're going to see in the state capitol today between the new legislature and Governor Evers taking office. When he announces his state budget, that's a different story. I think the time between now and then in February when he announces that budget is when we're going to see those priorities. I think workforce development, training, and education for the 21st century is a big issue that's bipartisan. Pre-existing conditions is another issue that they could potentially work on in the near future.
All right, we'll check in with you guys when the new budget comes out. For now, you can leave and go do some polka if you wish. That's what the governor has planned for tonight. For now, we're live at the state capitol. Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.